Welcome back. In today's video we're going to be drawing Venom. And we're going to be doing today's video in landscape. So we got this A4 piece of paper. Right, we're going to draw a dot in the middle of the paper. And then we're going to do a dot at the top more or less. And a dot at the bottom. Right, so from here we're going to draw a circle. Right here. So if you divide your paper into two, and then you got a dot at the bottom, this is going to be the chin, and then a dot at the top, and this is going to be the circle. So we're going to draw a circle right here from this point. So there we have our circle. And we're going to draw a line down the middle, line down this left hand side, and a line down this right hand side. Right here at the circle I'm going to do a little dot here. I'm going to draw a straight line across, horizontally, line. And that is because that's how far the jaw is going to come down. So here I am actually going to make his chin a little longer. That is his chin. Right. So here, a little triangle. This side, a little triangle. And then we're going to go down diagonal. So we're going to draw a straight line here. Very short line. I'm going to join it up to this line here. So a diagonal line straight down, and a diagonal line straight down here. This is his jaw. Just beneath the circle here, the halfway point, we're going to do his shoulder. Insert his shoulder here. That's going to come down where his jaw is here. That's where we're going to go off paper. So you draw a line like that. Looks a bit like Baymax. I haven't actually seen that film, but he's got that big round head because I drew him once. Right, so in line with this side, guess what? His shoulder's going to come out again. So it's going to go up, and down across. And here, do another line like that. Right, his teeth, I'm going to draw here a little dot, and then the same on the other side. Little dot here, same distance. And we're just going to draw in an upside down trapezium. If you don't know what a trapezium is, you need to Google it, because I say trapezium a lot in tutorials because it's a shape I use a lot. I'm not even sure. I'm sure a trapezium is that. Like that sort of shape. Sure it is. I'm going to have to Google it to check myself. Don't draw that, you don't need that. But that's the shape I mean when I refer to it. I will check that that is the shape. So it's a straight line and then little diagonal lines. Might be a rhombus, I don't know. But from here anyway, it does join. His teeth come up. So follow this line on. And then this one. And then curve it. Yeah, that's like his mouth and gum area. But we're just going to get the rough shape down to start with. Then we'll add in details. So now here, what I'm going to draw in is a circle. Circle right here. So if we draw a circle here, can you guess what this is? This is going to be his tongue. Join that here, so you make a little triangle. It's so much easier to draw when you're just drawing shapes, really. And then you add in details after, you're like, oh, it's made it so much easier. So we're going to follow this out, and then here, from this point, we're going to go out farther than this to about here. And we're going to draw an oblong, or like an Easter egg. So this is his tongue. Then from here, the side part here, we're going to draw another oblong, just a smaller one, in line with halfway point of this circle. So to here. Draw that. And then we're going to draw one last one that comes just lower than that point, so to about here. And that's the shape we're going to make. Now, as you can see, it's starting to make form his face. That's his tongue. These are going to be his teeth. Here's his head, his big arm, big shoulders. Then from the tongue, I'm going to draw this shape here. And that comes out here. Make a little triangle there. That line, and then it comes down to a very narrow point here, and then goes wider up, like just like that. And then his jaw, it was right where I had it before, his jaw's shorter than that. So you can just rub the bottom bit there, make his face a little shorter. I can leave it longer if you prefer, but I'm going to go with that for his face. Then here I'm just going to draw in some rough lines for like veins on his skin. And then here, go around, up on his shoulder, across, zigzags. From this one, little squiggles going up to the shoulders. And this sort of pattern is going to give it a little bit of depth, hopefully. Because it goes around his muscles and that sort of thing. And we'll add some detail to these veins later on. So from here. Yeah. You might not see it yet, but it's starting to look pretty good. Just you wait till we get these eyes in. And from here I'm going to do some more veins. Then here, got another one branching off, squiggly down to about here. Then one going up. It's a good gap filler as well, this. This goes down and across, some more here. Then you got branching down here, across his body. These crisscross, making all kinds of shapes. And then here we'll draw some squiggles right here. Just draw a nice thick squiggle like that. I'm going to do one thin one going through it and crossing over it. And then the same on this side. He has another squiggle. I'm just going to draw like, it's kind of like a donut ring. And then some strings here holding it together. Thin little Venom symbiote. And this one runs through it, up, and then wraps round. Right, so we've got a good start now. I think we can make a start on the eyes. So here's the eyes, right? So from the eyes, we're going to go this far up. It's right here. So we're going to leave that much gap from the bottom of the circle. And then we're going to go left a tiny little bit. And the same on the right, tiny little bit. Two little lines going up. Drawing another dot. So the top of the eye, let's decide where we want that. It's right about here. Both sides. Knock everything out of work. Right, so the eyes were made here. So we're going down to about there. That's the top part of the eye. So the eye is going to come in here and here. So from here I'm relatively going to go up like this. And then the widest point of the eye is here. So I'm just going to follow this line out to here. And then it goes narrow here and wider here. So that is one eye. And we're going to do the same again here. So from this point, it's just follow a guideline to here. That's where you're going to make it go to its widest point again. Then here, curls round, and you've got to go a jagged line up, 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 up to there. And then here this goes diagonal, it starts getting narrow here, then it curves round. It's kind of like a triangle. So those are the eyes. Right, so now time to add some details. This is the fun part where the picture starts to look good. So from a circle, here is the widest point of his head. And it comes up and wider and then round at the top to meet here. So we could do a nice little rubber to rub out the unwanted guidelines. We don't need the one in the middle now either. This side, the eye comes up. Rub out the guidelines again. And the head comes down here. To to a point. Same on that side. It goes round. Then up. So that is his head. We need to rub more guidelines on. So here we're going to draw a little arch like this for the top of the tooth. It's going to come all the way down for a nice pointy sharp tooth, and then up like that. That is one tooth, and that is how we're going to do the rest of the teeth. So the front ones here, same again. I'm going to go down like that. This one's a little further up, same sharp on the top point where it sticks into the gum, and then down, nice and sharp on the bottom. Then here, so we've got 1, 2, 3, right, we've got 3, 2 to the left and 1 on the right from the line in the center point, which were there. Then this tooth here we're going to do lower down, so it's coming from the back, and that is going to come down lower like that. Then we've got gum, another tooth here that's coming down like a fang, because there might be 2 stuck together there. And then here you can do little creased lines for the gum. And here's the middle, the corner point, I mean. From here there's a gap. It starts going up across like that. And then as they go back, they need to get smaller, so we draw them, the shapes, like this. So triangle tops to show depth, going down. And then these are curling outwards. So that's one side of his teeth done, and then we're just going to add in some wrinkles on the veins. It's got slaver and everything coming out of these. Back for the right side, another tooth coming down a little longer. This goes behind. Then you've got a tooth here. Comes like that. Then we've got nice big ones coming out of the gums here. 1, another 2, and it slightly gets higher like a set of stairs. 1 up, 3. That one behind, that one front. This one comes away from that fatter tooth. And the next one joins off of that one. And the next one from that does. Then we just need to finish them off as they go round, same as we did that side. Follow the staircase down and try and join them around, because you can't see the ones at the back. Adding some details on the veins, there's some glare, can't draw the glare yet. There the gums, top set of teeth done. Then here is where his tongue comes out. So we'll draw his tongue in now. So we already have the guidelines for the tongue. So just follow them round. It comes in at that point. And the tongue right here, where we're joining the circles, draw a line there for it to curl all the way to the other. And then here, curve that round. This is like the side of the tongue. And then here, the circle comes out. Just rub out some of the guidelines on the inside of the tongue. Now here, teeth right here. And they're doubled up like that. So you've got like two rows of teeth side by side. So you just want to draw them in like that. So a row there, 1, 2, 3, and then you can fit another 2 on the right hand side. This is why he's got them at the fronts and backs and all dislodged. Then here, we just want to put in some slaver strings holding his mouth together. Right here, I'm going to put a curve on his jaw and then join it up to the head. That's part of his mouth. And his mouth goes down and round. Like that. And with his teeth, they go like that. Follow that guideline to there. So yeah, here we're going to get his jaw a little wider here, and then up. Then this is going to come in, out, like that. It's a bit wavy. So where we've got straight lines, we just want to make them a little curvy, get a more messy element. And his chin comes, got lots of dimples and skin texture details like this. Well, he's a symbiote or whatever it's called. It's all alien. And then we've got lots and lots of slaver. All stretching apart. Do some texture marks on the tongue. I'm doing some little circles and some broken lines across. It's got like slaver running off his tongue. And it's all shiny. So now we need to do his teeth here, bottom set of teeth. So again, his gum is here, so we're going to do a round point for the tooth. So like that. Then we'll work from this point, another sharp tooth coming down, curving it at the bottom. Few more here, and then one in front of that. These all lead up the side where the tongue is. Do another one around the back. Got tooth right here. I want to get a big long one in. Here we got some lip lens. Little sharpens. A rather fat one here. Some gum marks here. One on the side. And there's gum goes. Another one coming over. Very close to the tongue. Curve that around. Here we've got a slabber dripping off the tongue. So I'm just going to draw that in. Now, his teeth here, let me tell you, absolute shambles. You can't see much at all, it's all blurry and slaver over it. So I'm just going to be making it up. It's all spit coming down here so you can't see it. I'm just going to draw triangles in 2 rows like I did on that side. It's quite dark here. Do a little bit of shading. That would be black. This part here is black. Oh, that's dark with shadow the inside of his mouth. That is. Do some texture here. On his skin. Same on this side, it's got like skin texture around the sides and all the way across. Right, so here we're going to go add some more drippy bits on the eye. So as you can see here, I put a little dip in it and then it goes back again. It's real narrow, it comes up and then it gets very, very narrow here. And then here it's all messy. This bit comes lower, round it to there. So we've made it a little bit more jagged, his eye. And rub out the old guidelines that we had in, because we changed the shape of the eye a little bit. So as you can see, this is very much like some sort of triangle, and what I'm going to do now is going to make it come in a little bit, or maybe out a little bit, to give it more like it's on the actual face. So again, here, start, goes in, it's quite narrow. Then comes curves. Again, like that point, it's got a gouge going in, then back out. The curves, because it goes very narrow, then up, then curls into this point on the end. This curves here. That's going to curve in to knock that corner out. And it's more rounded here. That is a new eye. We'll rub out the old lines.
That's 2 eyes.
Now we might as well add in some details on the face. So he's got texture marks all across the front, like these little lines that go up across his skin, around the eyes. He's got a fair few around the eyes and near the head. And it's a lot on it's like glare, which is difficult to draw. He's got like a top lip as well there. Try and put that in. And more. Just going to draw little lines inside them, like drip marks. And all the way across this side, he's got rough, bumpy skin. It comes all the way up towards his eye. Same on this side. And on the top, some little circle bubbles. They go across the head. The eyes, we can shade them up a bit. Then here, for the veins, literally just going to double the lines up. So these ones, these little squiggles, I'm just going to make them really thin. And the big ones I'm going to do a bit fatter. So speed this process up. You can put a few little bits of bubbles inside them. So if you're doing like a line, then just make a little bubble in it. Like a bulging vein then. Just gives it a good effect. Long one down here. Do that narrow with a bulge in it. Make it a little wider up here. That one's like a big muscly one that's going to pop. So there we have symbiotes. I think that's pretty much all we can do. You can really do as many as you want, really, of the symbiote veins, because he has lots and lots. Thick ones and thin ones. And that is pretty much our Venom. I'm going to leave it at that so you can colour it in.
Thanks for watching, see you in the next one.